no moonlighting around here. You think I know nothing about it? But Dollar know everything about it. And if you don't have my money, I'm on the floor.
What's happening? Why you know, what's the deal? Why you up here all by yourself? It's finna get dark times or like you over here like hard time. What's up?
Problems, man.
Problems like what?
I can't pay my rent.
You can't pay your rent.
Oh man, my roommate, he spent most of his money on like shit, you know? And, you know, I did all I can do. I spent all my paycheck on like expenses and half the rent, but I don't have the other half.
Yeah, so it look like we got a problem. How old are you?
20.
You 20? You got ID? You got ID? You do? That's cool. Hey, I got this little thing. What me and my boy be doing, you know, we be like finding girls, you know, who need to make some money off up in the little industry we got. You know, you can make you a lot of money. You know, all we do, take a couple of pictures of you, a little position here and there, you know what I'm saying? And you do a good job, you get some money. And that should help you for your rent.
My rent's $600.
Well, I can give you 3. And that'd be half of your rent. And all of this just, you know, it's professional, legal, all that. It's better than fucking for free, right?
I don't know, man.
That will help you with your rent. You don't want to be out tomorrow in the cold. Have you ever had sex before?
Yeah.
You had sex before, right? So all this is just having sex with a camera in front of us. But the good thing about this is you get paid when you get finished. That's good. You can't beat that, baby.
I don't know, man. You have to give me the money first.
No, I can't give you the money first. Well, look, I can give you half of the money first. And then if you do the rest, I'll give you the other half when you finish.
Man, just give me the money first and then...
All right, look, I'm going to give you the $300, but you're going to put it in your purse. And you're going to put your clothes over your purse, so I make sure, you know, you don't try to sneak it back out or whatever before it's finished. Is that cool? Want to get your nerves down, baby?
All right, but as soon as I feel uncomfortable or you trying to pull anything...
No, you cool, huh?
I'm cool.
You cool? You cool? All right, come on, man. Let's go ahead and do this, man. Let's go off up in the house over there and, you know, see what's happening. Come on, grab your purse and all that. What's your name again?
My name is Tiny Star.
Tiny Star. I like that. Come on, baby. Tiny Star. Now, you see? Look. Real lights. All that stuff over there, babe. Right here. See? I wouldn't lie to you.
I mean, I thought this was a studio. This is a house.
Well, no, baby, I didn't say a studio. I meant like studio and photography. You know, it could be a house, anywhere, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you got the lights. You see we got the camera. We got all these plugs and all this stuff. You know this is real.
Well, I mean, we really didn't discuss, like, how much money. I mean, what do I actually have to do?
All right. You don't mind having, you ain't a virgin, is you? I hope not. I mean, you know, look, this way it got. I can give you $300. You can give me 3 positions. 3 positions, and bam, that's it. You finish. Nobody will never know nothing. You got half of your rent money, and boom, we out the door. You sure do. I mean, you know, it's kind of hot out here now. You don't want to be out there in that hot sun. And, you know, $300, you know, right here. I know you can use these little nice little things right here.
All right, well, that'll work. That'll work. Sure.
You cool to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, all right, now put that in your purse, you know, and we'll just put that over there.
Alright.
Yeah. Put that in your purse. All right, now set that down over there. Set the purse down over there. Yeah, so we'll know nothing's going on. And let me see your body. Let's see what your body look like. Let's take off this little rocker wear. I like that. Oh, yes. I knew there was some big nipples. I seen them way across the street. Oh, that's a nice little chocolate one. Come here, let me see this. Oh, yeah, nice little chocolate. I'm going to have fun with this.
I hope so.
You a little mama?
Yeah.
Okay. You know they say now little girls got some nice deep coochies. I like that shit. I like my dick. Yeah, alright. I like my dick getting swallowed. I love when you females swallow my dick with your pussy.
Ooh,
I love that. I love that shit. That shit be looking bomb. I like that shit. Yeah, look at these. Look at this shit. Come on, show them this pretty ass little body, girl. Come over here. That's right. Come over here. Yeah. Look at that. This is nice.
Thank you, baby.
This is nice. Look at these motherfucking got my dick getting hard.
What's the last show that you listened to? Like for Candidates and Ashtrays. What's the last show that you can remember?
You know what? It's hard to say because like I didn't always listen to them in order. I think the last one that I listened to was the one when we went back and like brought up like old school cartoons and stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah. But again, like I said, I didn't always listen to them in order. Like that one was like one of my favorite ones. So I would throw it on. But I don't even remember what the name of the last one that I was on.
The last one that you were on was Battle of the Sacrifice. But the last one that you were on as a Candy Ladies and Ashtrays member was Who Drank My Apple Juice, which was in March of 2018. Right. It's the last time that you were on a Candy Ladies and Ashtrays. Now, the Rendezvous with the W, that was the Battle of the Sacrifice. Me, you, Vizzy, Jade.
Oh, yeah, that was the night. I remember that night.
Yes.
I remember that night.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And that was actually quite some time ago.
Yeah, it was.
So, I was trying to wait on Lois Lane, but I'll go ahead and run it with you real quick. So, tonight, it's a few things. We don't have our full crew.
Right.
And we haven't did a Candy Ladies and Ashtrays episode since 2018. Would you like to do a Candy Ladies and Ashtrays episode tonight where we just say that we're missing a member? Or would you like to do a Rendezvous with the W episode? That's the first and foremost. We got to get that out of the way.
I would say Candy Ladies. When was the last time Candy Ladies and Ashtrays recorded, period?
March 16 of 2018 is the last Candy Ladies and Ashtrays episode that we have had called Who Drank My Apple Juice.
Okay. I thought you meant that was the last one we were all on, but maybe y'all did a couple without me.
So listen, that's what I'm trying to be clear. So Rendezvous with the W, that's my show, right? That's so I can bring you on, I can bring her on, I can bring anybody on that show. Candy Ladies and Ashtrays is a group show. That's where we talk about nothing in particular and everything in between. Right. So we are like the Seinfeld of podcasting. And in Seinfeld is a group of people. So the last time that we all had a show as Candy Ladies and Ashtrays, the staple, the flagship show was March 16 of 2018.
Well, then I would say then let's not have another one until we have the whole crew.
I give you the deals, you know what I'm saying? So if that's what you would like, that's what you would do.
I've been what I've listened to and been on.
You got to come in. If you're gonna talk, I brought your chair up closer anyway. Well, so I didn't put it back there. You didn't move it at all?
No.
Oh, probably when I brought the chair in. Okay, well you got to bring it all.
I thought you moved me back there. That's why.
I moved you back. I think I brought this chair in afterwards. That's all. So, okay.
Well, I'm saying lately, the ones I've been listening to and the ones I've been on and people have been here has been Rendezvous with the W anyway, and they've been pretty good.
Yeah. So keep that going?
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it going then. All right. So Rendezvous with the W is a relationship-based show. So we talk about, it's loose talk, but it's relationships, it's sexual topics. Okay. Okay. But you haven't been here in a while, so I would like to maybe figure out where you've been.
I didn't have anything specific. I did think of something the other day, but I didn't write it down.
Well, tell me about the story that you was just talking about. What was going on when I walked up the stairs? Tell me about that story.
What was I talking about?
We were talking about the show. You were watching the Responders show. That's what we were
Oh, yeah. I was talking about the First Responders show. So there's a show on Hulu called First Responders, which is supposed to be live footage. They have cameras and mics on police officers, fire rescue, and the ambulance people. So you see live events that's going on. So when I was talking about the show, I was saying how there's a host to the show that to me does too much talking and narrating, and we just want to see the footage. And the very first footage that they showed was these officers had pulled over and they were searching a suspicious vehicle. So when they went to the live feed, we saw an officer searching a vehicle.
Okay.
And then we saw this black guy that he's at his house, I'm assuming. He's standing on the driveway and there's another cop talking to him. And then
what color was the officer?
The officer searching the car was white. The one that was talking to the guy was black. This is like a black guy with dreads. You can tell it was like a black neighborhood. And the officer took out an AK-47 out of the vehicle.
Okay.
So now as he's walking to his car, now they're in a state where it's legal to own an AK-47.
Okay.
So as he's walking to his car, he's saying that, we pulled over this suspicious vehicle. This guy started to back out of his driveway, but then when he saw us, he pulled back in. So that just kind of looked suspicious to us. So we, pretty much wanted to come in and see what was going on. They searched the vehicle. And I was just telling Vashti, to me, that is absolutely no reason to say that a car looks suspicious. Because first, how do you even prove that he saw you? He could have forgot something. Like, that's no. So that's what I was talking about. And then, of course, when he went to the car, he ran all the numbers, found out that it was legally registered. So they pretty much bothering the dude for no reason.
What happened? They let him go?
They didn't show that part. Like everything else that happened on the show, they would go to it and then they would go to something else and then they would come back to like show like the rest of what's happening. They never came back to that guy, which means that they let him go and they pretty much had no reason to pull him over. My opinion.
Yeah, sure, because nothing else to report to make the show juicy.
Exactly.
They really showed us that the guy was innocent or whatever.
You hear me? You feel what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
Now it's left up into interpretation. Or maybe they did bust it.
Maybe they did.
Maybe that gun was illegal.
Mm-hmm. And I was just looking at the people that they kept putting.
Messed up shit.
Yeah, the people that kept putting on the show. The dude with the 4-wheeler, he was a black kid, or at least Hispanic or something. His mom looked Hispanic, but he looked, I don't know.
He wasn't white.
He was not white. Yes.
That's the thing.
They went
it's
and
a lot easier.
Exactly. They went and showed a little old white lady, still looked like she was kind of in like a maybe rundown type of neighborhood. Her house was on fire, so they showed hers too.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
They showed another black guy. Oh, no. He said, so we're going to cut back to the officer who pulled over the suspicious vehicle. And now I see them searching the SUV and I'm like, this ain't the same vehicle, because they never went back to, they went to somebody else who had pulled over another black guy, had him handcuffed on the ground, got his face on camera and everything. But they actually found like cocaine and stuff in the car, but they didn't tell us why they pulled him over and none of that. But I was like, I'm seeing a lot of ethnics on this show.
That's how cops was though. That's how cops was.
Yeah.
That's why
the only white person was a little old lady, and then they showed this white kid who had some of his teeth punched out. Blamed it on his girlfriend. I don't remember what he was saying the girlfriend did, and then these dudes whooped his ass. I don't know. Other than that, it was all ethnic people. They showed the ambulance people. They responded to a call about a little girl who was, the mom called, said she was being like, she was real sick or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Go there, more black people. And I'm like, y'all ain't like, we the only ones who...
You're the only ones living in the world. Then.
Yeah, I'm like, I would not be watching another episode. We the only ones that the cops need to go to and all of that.
That's what want to say, you remember how you were saying that people who are in other countries, you know, they only know about America, thing they see on TV, right?
Yep.
So they automatically, if they're watching this show, they will only assume that in America, only people that black people, I mean, that police officers come to arrest are suspicious are
It's
black
us.
people.
It's us all day.
And then the white people are the little old white people or something. Yeah. No,
Oh.
that's true. People don't know anymore.
There was one more white couple. One more. They responded to a domestic call. If this is black people, it went totally different. Respond to a domestic call. The girlfriend comes out. I guess he had been, I don't know, did something. But they talking to the guy, all calm, like shooting the shit with him and everything. And that's okay, well, you know, there's nothing going on here. She's gonna call somebody to come get her. And like, they just handled it like so PC. Let y'all have went to some black people. Y'all have people in handcuffs, people up against the wall. Somebody would have went to jail, and you wouldn't be shooting the shit with nobody.
I'm sitting here looking in this book. I just see one of your old quotes. Quote of the year from Renni Moor.
What was it?
Fuck your marination, nigga. My integrity is on the line.
What show was that?
Do you remember that?
I remember saying that. I don't remember what show that was.
Yeah. I said, I was talking about, I don't know what happened. It was something about it.
Cause
Hey, fuck your marination, nigga.
yeah, because this was one of the things when we had to like answer a question, and when I answered it, somebody accused me of either lying or something. Yeah, I remember that. Like, fuck you, nigga. Hell yeah, I remember that.
My quote from that same show. Women with big feet aren't faithful. I mean, if we were the same size Tims, it's not much I can say.
That's why I said it. That's why I said it. Because I was like, what you trying to say about women with big feet?
Yeah.
That's exactly, that's exactly why I said it. Yes, that's right. That's right. That's right. I'm like, what size 10, nigga? So what you trying to say?
Hey, some old ones right here.
Do you know Lois listened to the show, the bitter built bitches?
Do I know if she listened to it?
Did she?
Yeah, you should ask her though when she comes. But I think she did. Yeah.
What's it called? Bitter built bitches?
Bear built bitter bitches.
Bear built bitter bitches. So I have a.
What is that? Hold on. What does that mean?
So bear bitter built bitches.
Bear built bitter bitches.
Yeah, it took me forever to record that part, Ron. I kept messing up.
You're trying to remember the words.
Yes.
Think about what you're saying and you'll remember it. She's bear built.
Like she ain't got no body?
Thank you.
Yeah.
And she's a bitter bitch.
Bitter bitch.
You're trying to remember the words. Think about what you're saying. I guarantee you'll remember it. What is she? She's a bear built bitter bitch.
Bear built bitter bitch.
You know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that was a
So
story
that show
I told
actually
about.
played.
I fought a girl in 7th grade, and her name was Suzette, and we labeled her a bear built bitter bitch, and that's what we did the show on.
Yeah. So, but the show is cool because Eric and I did the show with that question. Well, that story. We started off, and then him and Lois are in it, and then him and Lewis is in it. So like all three of us are on this.
Telling the same
Telling
story.
the same story. It's hilarious.
From different points of views.
It was actually a good show. I heard that one a few times.
Yeah, we've been rocking out.
But me recording that bear. See, here we go again. Bear built bitter bitches. Yeah. Me recording took forever. Took forever. Then I was like say it normally. Then I would like say it as if like I'm acting. And Eric was like, no, just say it.
Yeah, that shit. It came out really good, and it was a long show, but people listened because it was entertaining. You know, it was like a roller coaster. It kept you going, and it was just different parts. I did it in chapters. In a sense, I did a story
because I think I started it off with like
telling your tale about
my tale,
how you fought somebody in middle school,
and then he started talking about him fighting the girl. Mm-hmm. Then it went to Lois, who Lois actually knew the girl. So Lois part of the story is she heard about the fight from the girl.
But they're neighbors.
They're neighbors.
And they used to cheer together.
Oh shit.
So then Lewis. Part of the story now.
That was his girlfriend.
In high school.
Oh shit!
So it was kind of funny. Like we all have different parts of the story.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I fought somebody in middle school too.
But
Yo, so I forgot about this.
Like
This is crazy.
That's hilarious.
So, and this is a fact. So, Baby P will reverse the signs of aging. It's lotion. Rub that shit in.
Yeah, really.
Rub that shit in like lotion.
Take away acne, all kind of shit.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I thought they said the sperm was good for the face.
You know about that?
I think that's more like a joke.
No.
Drink is Mexican.
No.
What the fuck?
There's people who have like
Drink is Mexican.
included it in like facial serums and
Really?
stuff, and yeah.
I do baby pee. Like I put like legit take baby pee, wipe it off acne, bad skin, everything.
I did not know about that. That is just, first of all, I'm mad at whoever figured that out.
Baby.
It had to be somebody real sick to even figure that out.
Okay. So we did have an email. We had a listener letter a long time ago. This is crazy. I don't know why I never even asked y'all this.
Mail, motherfucker.
All right. So this was the email. This is a listener letter. I'm dealing with a guy that likes bush. It says he don't like hairless. I've never had that before. She's looking for thoughts and advice. Any kind of thoughts or advice you can give her. She's with the guy.
Oh, who likes bush?
He only likes bush.
Wow.
That's all he likes. But she's
used to
manicure. You know what I'm saying? This is what she do. Manicure lawn.
Ooh,
So if that's the case, she's never had that before. What advice do you give her?
That's so funny because usually it's in reverse.
It's the other way around.
Like guys like like bald, and girls like I'm letting that shit grow.
Well, I know some. Well, I don't know, but I know a couple that like they don't like the ball because they're like make you feel like you fucking a teen or some shit.
Yeah, but you don't want that werewolf pussy either, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't want that either.
I mean, she said she's dating a guy. She's in a relationship with a guy.
I'm dealing with, so you can infer how you would like, but I'm dealing with a guy that likes bush.
Yeah. Harassing us with that big old wolf pussy. You come down here all the time smelling like that. Look.
He don't like hairless. I've never had that before.
Well, do like
thoughts and or advice.
Like 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you can have a little bit there, but
be in the middle.
because if she ain't used to having hair, that would be very uncomfortable. Yeah.
Middle somewhere compromise, like.
Yeah. You can't just go from 0 to 30. Yeah, nah. Nah. Especially if if she want to go like wear like a bathing suit and stuff, you can't have all of that forestation down.
Is Netflix the new HBO? I don't know how HBO was back in the day. Is Netflix that? Has it become that?
What depends on what they mean, but that's a little broad.
It's very broad. That's why they want you to go with it.
Because I'm like, what you mean, like with the uncut stuff, or HBO was all of back in the day was like they came out with like the real sex and like the racy stuff. Like, you trying to say that it's getting like that, or
what was
as far
HBO?
as just like the new movie.
What was HBO back in the day then?
It was the go-to movie spot, but. So it's in that term?
I don't know what it's in. I'm asking you a question about what was.
I thought that was a letter. My fault. I thought that was a listener letter.
I'm literally asking you a question. What was HBO back then? You answered it.
It was the go-to.
Yeah, it was just for movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is Netflix today?
Yeah, that's pretty much the go-to.
Because I know your mind went somewhere about like, well, what do they actually mean, and you start going into detail about
what it
the
was,
sex and all that type of stuff.
That's because I like legit yesterday we just had a conversation about HBO and how it used to be like the racy. So that's why I automatically
You say HBO was the racy?
I thought Cinemax.
Thank you.
Cinemax was too, but I was like,
I'm about to say she even said it. Cinemax.
Cinemax was but
HBO was okay, but it just had topics about sex and weird sex stuff for shows. But if you talking about sex,
I get that, but we was talking about HBO, so I didn't know if that's the part that she was asking. But no, I agree. Cinemax had them.
They was fucking. They had softcore porn.
Yeah, they did.
HBO didn't have that. They had shows about sex.
Yeah,
it's different.
Yeah,
it's interesting and it's racy, but it's not. I ain't finna.
So
go watch that for that. You see what I mean? I'm going to Skinamax.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if y'all had this or not. Channel 100, Channel 99, 101, all them channels. Late night, they be kind of blurry.
Yeah.
And you see a nipple. You seen him doing something. You didn't know what he was doing, but he was moving, right? Like, oh shit! Hold on. Shit! Come on, man, get clear. Cause it would be color like it was wavy color. That be go black and white, fuzz eye. What? That was on that, man. He was on that shit. Straight up.
Really serious. So you mad at me?
I'm hot. You know we got some unfinished business. I've been trying to fuck with you for like 4 years. You know, waited me out.
I didn't wait you out. I did not wait you out.
Bullshit, he waited me out.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, it just fucked
I ain't
up.
got nothing but head in 4 years. So today, I'm going to take the dick. I'm tired of
But the head was good, wasn't it?
The head was stupendous. It's magically delicious. I will admit that. He taught me how to give head. Don't fuck with me.
But you talking shit. You talking shit.
But I can back my shit up. For real. So why you bullshitting?
Because maybe, no, excuse me.
No,
I'm a delicate flower.
Whatever,
I'm delicate.
His ass is getting accosted today.
Just don't take it.
You gonna stop fronting on the dick.
I ain't fronting on the dick.
You fronting on the dick.
No, I'm not.
You don't want to give it to me? I can have it. I got a bag. You want me to beg? I got a bag for the dick. Can I please have some dick? Can I please have it? Can I please have it?
Yeah.
Please.
You don't say please and all that good stuff.
Please. I'll be a good girl. I'll be a good girl, I
I'm
promise.
gonna start believing what you're saying.
I promise.
I got a small one now.
It's enough to fill my mouth out.
Yeah, let's see how much you can swallow. I missed you. How many years has it been?
Almost 5. This summer will be 5 years.
Oh, girl, you got some 5 years of catching up. Fuck with a cat. Yeah, pretty ass just sitting up like that. Pretty motherfucking ass. Oh yeah, I like it like that, nice and warm. You didn't do that 5 years ago.
I've been watching your shit.
I'm gonna suck your pussy to your forehead, K-Baby. You know that, right?
Shut up, Wesley.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, so our cable, you know how it was. We just had cable in the living room. So my dad would just run wires to the other room. So whatever you watching in the room, yeah, whatever you watching in the room is the living room.
Right.
So I used to have to sneak, like, oh, I hope Dad don't turn on the TV while I'm watching this.
I put this in now, and now I want to know about it.
Back in the day, you had to watch what the other person was watching.
Yeah.
So now this is all old stuff, I'm telling you, but it is a fact. I put it down, so it's definitely a fact. Disney is responsible for mainstreaming the porn business. Did y'all know that? Buena Vista in Orlando.
What about
Have you ever heard anything about Disney and porn?
Disney and porn? No,
Not in porn. I know they used to like hide stuff in their movies and stuff, but
Okay, but they're damn near single-handedly responsible for mainstreaming the pornography industry, the multi-billion-dollar porn industry that we have in the United States.
how? What did they?
That's what I'm saying. I wrote this down. I don't really remember because it's so long ago. But if you could, let's do a quick little Google rabbit hole. So maybe type in Disney Buena Vista. Got it right here. Porn, and just put porn at the end and see what happens. See what comes up. Disney Buena Vista porn or pornography and see what comes up. But I remember this a long time ago when I put that. I just don't remember what it was actually about. So now I kind of want to dig on that. And right under that, yes, on November 15th of 2018, I wrote this and I signed it.
It doesn't come from Google.
Michelle Obama will be president in 2024. Remember that shit?
Let me try being.
Okay, it's not coming. Nothing's coming up?
Well, I mean, you know how you just start typing something if it's something that's already
No,
been
I'm not asking you to populate. I'm asking you to literally type
no, I
those
typed
words
it
in and what came up.
The first thing says Disney employee arrested in child pornography sting. Disney employee pastor accused of possessing child porn. Disney tied of soft porn pornography recounted recently released book.
Yeah, Disney, or you could type in Disney responsible for mainstreaming porn business. You can type that in. I guarantee an article will come up.
Key partner in the cable television channel distributing softcore pornography.
Read a little louder so people can hear you if you're gonna read it. Our favorite Disney. All about the kids, right?
Okay, it says, is it true that Walt Disney's animators used to make pornographic cartoons using the famous Walt Disney cartoon characters but only show them to Walt and a few employees?
Not that. That ain't that. But I mean, that is something to scoff at or actually look into, but that ain't what I'm talking about. I can't remember it, man. I remember when I heard that shit and I was like, damn, that's a good one. That's a good one to bring up. But yeah, Disney, definitely.
In 1989, Walt Disney Picture and Television became the first motion picture studio to participate as a full-fledged partner in the venture, the Schweitzer recount. While Viewer's Choice official would not disclose Disney's ownership position, they told the Schweitzers no other company had a larger stake. Every time someone watches or views a Choice program, each partner in the company gets a cut. Schweitzer Company was a softcore pornography company.
What's the name of the company?
Schweitzer. It's a Jewish name. Okay. Schweitzers. Uh-huh. Yeah, Schweitzers.
And so what's the deal with
Schweitzers,
that?
right, which makes Disney a partner in the largest player in the softcore pornography business. According to figures cited in this book, apparently it's a new book that came out by this husband and wife. This husband and wife team alleges in a new book examining the Disney empire.
Does that change how you feel about Disney at all, knowing that they have been in the porn industry for all these years?
Not surprised.
You still want to go to Disney World?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You still take your child to Disney World?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As long as they ain't showing them no porn, I don't give a shit. Yeah. I mean, just because people have their hands in other pots when it comes to business and shit, as long as you ain't showing no porn to my kids, I don't care. I'm not a prude. Shit, let me find out. Legit, the other day I was like, I wonder if there's a way that I could sell sex toys online. There's got to be some kind of company that allows you to have your own site. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe they get a percentage or whatever. But I thought about that. I'm gonna look that up. No, there has to be, right?
You got to do demonstrations.
Not necessarily.
That's the only way you go sell them. You got to do demonstrations.
You can do parties. I don't give a damn. We can do parties.
In the parties, you still got to demonstrate.
That's fine.
You willing to demonstrate in front of the people?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, not physically everything, but you can get some volunteers. That's when you ask for volunteers from the audience.
So how you gonna get volunteers? You got to teach them, right? Like you bringing the toys. It's
you give them the toy and you tell them what to do. There are ways.
Those who can't do, teach.
But you don't always have to.
Straight up.
You know, shoot.
Okay. I mean, I ain't tripping. You know, I don't care about the porn. That's my thing. But I feel like it's a little hypocritical. Yeah.
This one.
And then now I feel like y'all kind of picking and choosing what y'all want to be mad at.
How is it hypocritical though?
Because they're a children's company. And they're responsible for spreading pornography.
They're not doing child pornography. That would be hypocritical.
And you don't know that either.
Well, we're just going off of the information that we know. That's what I'm saying.
They have their hand in the pornography business.
Right.
No, it's not that they have their hand in it. Like, they literally had a big part in it.
I haven't found that anywhere. Yeah.
But how is that, like, so how is that hypocritical, though?
I would think that's hypocritical because they are packaging a child's product. They are pushing a child's product, but yet they are also selling pornography, which is an adult product.
But to me, to be hypocritical, they would have to speak out against pornography. So if they spoke out or release or in any type of way spoke out against pornography, yet you have your hand in it, to me, that's what hypocritical is. Right now, maybe like a conflict of interest, maybe, is what I'm thinking maybe it is right now. Because you're dipping in both. But
how could that be a conflict of interest?
Because
their interest is to make profit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if they dipping into both, that means that they just diversifying their portfolio. Okay. How's that?
Well, then that wouldn't be hypocritical. Then.
No. Y'all said that it wasn't hypocritical. It was more of a conflict of interest.
Well, but
don't hit me with now. I say it's not a conflict of interest, but it's not hypocritical.
I can't speak for Ron, but I think she's saying because you just said it's hypocritical because how can you have business for children, also have business for adults? That, to me, that's not the definition of hypocritical. Why would you not?
I didn't say that that's the definition of hypocritical.
But you said that's being
But to use the word, it has to be true to the definition.
Right, and what you told me it wasn't. What did you say it
wasn't?
But
you said it was hypocritical.
Yes, exactly.
And Sharonda said, no, maybe the word you're looking for is conflict of interest.
Right, and I showed you how it's not a conflict of interest.
But it's also not hypocritical, so we got to find something else that it is.
You say it's not hypocritical.
And you
I don't say that.
And you say it's not a conflict of interest, but we're not saying.
Stop this. Time out, okay? I'm saying something. You told me what it wasn't, and then you told me what it was. Is that correct? Are we there?
Well,
Stop.
No,
we there?
You're not there. I don't think that's what happened.
Okay, so what happened?
I think Sharonda was saying you misspoke by using the word hypocritical. She was giving you an option. Maybe you mean conflict of interest. Is that what you said it as? Thank you.
Okay. I wouldn't say that was absolute. I'm saying
maybe that's what you meant.
Maybe that might have been what you
not
meant.
the word you use at all.
So once again, I'm gonna say something. And I'm hopefully you can hear it. I said that it's something. Mm-hmm. She said that what it wasn't. It's not that.
Right.
It's this.
She did not say it's that. She said maybe that's what you mean to say. She didn't say it was that.
You saying that, but she even said
I just asked her that.
Yeah, you just asked her before you even did all that. She agreed. And you
that's right. First thing I said was I can speak for Sharonda. Right. Fine. So ask Sharonda that. I already told you no. So ask Sharonda then.
She spoke for herself.
Well, then the question to Sharonda. I already told you no.
I can quote exactly what I said when it came to the conflict of interest. I was like, maybe it's a conflict of interest. Maybe. It could not be, but I was saying maybe it was. I don't know. I still don't think I don't think it's being hypocritical.
That I sell a child's product, I push a child's product, but then I also sell porn. I don't let anyone know that I sell porn.
Right. I mean, you're big on words. What's the definition of being hypocritical?
I'm asking you. What I just laid out as far as this. I sell a child's product. You know my name, Disney, for a child's product, right?
Right.
But yet I sell porn. I'm a big player in the porn industry, a multi-billion-dollar industry, and I don't let anybody know that.
That's not being hypocritical. It is. I agree. It is something.
What would you call it if it's not? Since you're telling me exactly what it's not, let me tell you what you think it might be. What do you think it might be?
Well, I said I think it would be a conflict of interest.
But you
disagree.
Said that, no, it's not that I disagree. It's just when you say conflict of interest, is Disney's World interest in making money? Is that their main focus? Is that their main interest to make money?
Yeah.
If your interest is to make money, they tell you want to diversify your portfolio. You want money coming from different streams. Over here, over there, over there. So if this is my bread and butter and it stops, I still got like 7 things rolling that's gonna keep me afloat.
Well, actually, you just used the correct term. Well, what I would assume is the correct term for they're not being hypocritical. They're diversifying their portfolio.
They're diversifying their portfolio in a business sense.
But that's what it is. Okay, this is all business.
No. So you can have business and still be hypocritical. That's what I'm saying. That doesn't rule one of them out. If I am handling business correctly, that still doesn't mean that I'm not hypocritical.
To be hypocritical means that you are carrying out an action that you either publicly or tell somebody that you disagree with or you speak out against it, yet you still do it yourself. That's more along the lines of hypocritical, not doing one thing but doing another. That's just, okay, so that's just like if I own a whole bunch of Nike shoes, but then I also own Reebok. I'm being hypocritical because I do both.
That's diversifying your portfolio, and that's not the same exact thing. Because watch this, both are shoes. You're selling shoes.
Both are films.
Both are films.
Both are films.
One is for children. One is for adults. And I let you know. And I do not let you know.
It's not our business to know. What? Why is that our business to know?
Maybe that's more deception.
That's not our business to know.
Maybe that's more deception.
Deception. We can go with that.
Okay. Now we're coming.
We can go with that.
Along.
Okay,
so
we can go with that.
They're deceiving the community. Whatever.
Yeah.
Deceiving us.
I can go more with that.
Speak into your phone.
Speak word into my phone.
Disney deception.
No, fuck that. Deception.
Deception.
Show me some of them synonyms. Turn up.
The action of deceiving someone.
Okay. So we might need to go to deceive since the root is deceive.
Or you can just say synonym for deception.
No, I like the definition. The definition will give you that also. So to tell you what the word means, and it'll give you the synonyms as well.
Deceive. It had it there too. Yeah. Deception.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the definition of deceive. Of a person cause someone to believe something that is not true, typically in order to gain some personal advantage.
Deceive. They're deceiving people.
Okay. Yeah, deception.
Now, any of those synonyms, give me some synonyms for deceive.
Swindle, cheat, hoodwinked, hoax, duped, fool, misguide, seduce, entrap.
Nowhere near the lines of
double cross. Yeah, it's not critical.
Now, type in hypocritical. or say hypocritical.
Hypocritical.
Here's the definition of hypocritical. Behaving in a way that suggests one has higher standards or more noble beliefs than is the case.
None of these synonyms are the same. Self-righteous. Holier than thou.
Fuck the synonyms. Listen to the definition.
Does it say the same thing?
No. What did that definition just say?
Behaving in a way that suggests one has higher standards or more noble beliefs than in the case.
When we think of Disney, the way Disney presents themselves, is it a higher level than porn?
Yeah.
Everybody presents
higher
themselves
level than porn.
Porn is like the lowest. Anybody can do that. I represent myself as a higher level.
You can right now watch a Disney movie, but you won't watch the porn right in front of us.
Right.
Like anyone's gonna hide porn.
That don't count.
So now, if they are a main figure in the porn industry, but all they do is talk about how they are kids friendly, kids this, kids that, they're making a lot of money off the kids. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. They're making almost equal, probably even more off of porn, and no one knows that. What is that hypocrisy definition?
Self-righteous. Oh.
No, not the words.
Behaving in a way that suggests one has higher standards or more noble beliefs than in case.
No, I'm gonna use myself.
We don't
No. Stop. Let me use Snooty. All right, perfect. I work at a foster care facility. Mm-hmm. I work with teenagers.
And you watch porn.
Stop. I work at a facility, okay? Working with teenagers at a foster care facility. Mm-hmm. All I do is work with kids. I'm in the community. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows me for working with the children. Mm-hmm. Now come to find out, his real job, he sells drugs. He don't sell them to kids, but he sells drugs.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait.
Let me finish my story.
Pornography to drugs.
Let me finish my story.
Okay.
So I'm talking about me, all right? So I'm a public figure. Everyone knows me for, like I say, Snooty love the kids, right? But then it's just as long as I've been doing that, maybe even longer, I've been selling major weed, major drugs, major whatever, all kind of illicit stuff that a person in the community that looks good is not supposed to do. Now it comes to light that, damn, you've been doing that the whole time. That's a hypocrite. But the difference
is
off the definition of this right here. What did that just say, babe? You keep saying I'm
in a way that suggests one is higher standards because you work with kids. You have a higher standard than someone who sells drugs.
Because I work at a foster care facility with teenagers, I am at a higher standard in society than a drug dealer.
To me, you'd be a hypocrite if you tell those kids drugs are bad for you, don't deal with drug dealers. Then you're a hypocrite because you're also a drug dealer.
And I'm glad you started it off with what you said. To you. But if we go by that definition right there, I don't see how you can go against it.
But the difference between the two is selling drugs is illegal. The porn industry is not. Like, that has just been so streamlined and it's legal and it's accepted. You know what I mean?
More noble beliefs. Like, for me, that would mean you believe drug dealers are bad.
Time out. She just said something. So let her cook. Now watch this. If you want to go with that because of the legal aspect,
it's legal and it's more
it's not the same
accepted.
Comparison. I'll go with that. So now, use the same situation of Snooty being a foster care worker working with teenagers, right, in the community. Now you find out that this whole time he's been getting most of his income off of the internet doing porn videos. That's not a hypocrite. from the definition, not from what you believe, but from those words right there, that's not the same?
So you're behaving in a way that suggests one has higher standards or more noble beliefs than in the case.
From the example I just used.
I'm asking a question. So you're
going to answer me with the question. I want to make sure that's on the record.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get additional information.
As long as people know that stop. Long as people know that I asked you something, and instead of you answering me, you're going to ask me another question.
Well, I answer you. It's not hypocritical.
Go ahead.
I'm just asking an additional.
And you're saying it's not hypocritical because of how you feel,
no,
not because of words.
Look at this example. We don't go to church, and we thought we'd be hypocritical if we have our child Christian. That is definitely hypocritical. How you don't go to church if you want to get your child Christian? Yes, I don't get what you're being a hypocrite if you were to tell your kids in foster care, don't watch porn. Porn's bad for you. Then you, on the other hand, are a porn star yourself. Yes, you're a hypocrite.
So I'm not a hypocrite if I work at a place like the foster care facility with teenagers. That's where I make my money. That's what everyone knows about me. I'm public about that. But yet I also make my other money from off the internet doing sex videos that's not illegal.
You hustling. That's what's like.
I wouldn't say you have not say you're
that's not hypocritical.
Okay, so
I'm asking. That's not hypocritical?
I don't believe so because a good comparison to what you just described.
So you switch the comparison.
No. You gave an example, right? I'm just gonna give another one. So that's like saying that a girl who is in college, she can be at Princeton, this high prestige college, come from this high ranking family and all of that. Well, actually, no, she probably won't come from that to do what she about to do, but she is actually either stripping or doing pornography to put herself through school.
Yeah, that's a hypocrite.
That's a hypocrite?
Yeah,
she's doing what she got to do to better her life, but that's being a hypocrite?
Listen. So what you just said about she's doing what she got to do, great. But guess what? Her also being a hypocrite doesn't take anything away. Hold on, let me finish though. Let me finish. I didn't finish my statement. You already ready to talk. Can I finish?
Well, you already said she's the hypocrite though. I want to watch the hypocrite.
And I'm telling you why.
You're talking more about a story. You just said
that she just gave. So slow down, player. Like straight up. So if she's doing what you just said, that's great. You gotta do what you gotta do, boo-boo. But guess what? It doesn't take away from the fact that she's still a hypocrite.
How?
She's a hypocrite just the way you described it. She goes at this prestige school, right? But yet she has to do something that she wouldn't want anyone to know about to get some money.
Okay, but
right. So hold on. So she lives one way in public as a public figure. Everyone knows that. But behind the light, she does something totally different.
But to me, the reasoning is what makes you a hypocrite or not. So let's say, because you're right. She doing this in private because she don't want nobody to know. True, but that's because she will get so much backlash, so much judgment and all of that if people didn't know. It's not that she's doing that and she don't want people to know because she wants people to think, oh, I'm better, I'm this and I'm that. I don't do that. I don't believe in pornography. I would never do. It's not about that. I'm sure there's a lot of people that would admit it if society wouldn't crush them so harshly for admitting it. It's not like they think that they're better or they don't want nobody to know because they want to, give themselves like a higher persona. It's just the fact that they literally cannot do it. Some people can't do it because they will literally get kicked out of school automatically for doing it, and they can't risk that.
All you're doing is giving reasons, but at the end of the day, it doesn't take away.
The reason is the point because it says in there somebody who thinks themselves self-righteous.
You're giving reasons, right?
Right.
But it still doesn't take away from the fact of the action. If they are hypocritical, they are hypocritical. Whatever the reason is. That's what I'm saying. You're giving reasons.
In the definition, it says.
Let her read the definition.
Read the definition again, Bastion.
No.
Let her read it. Let her read it out loud.
Because you need to know it.
I'm gonna hear it when she read it.
Behaving in a way that suggests one has higher standards or more noble beliefs than is the case.
All right. So you say the school she goes to, right? You say what she's doing. Seems as though she would have higher standards in a public eye. Is that okay to say? Does it seem as though because of the school she goes to with all the prestige, with all that comes with that, she's living a higher standard in life, in society?
Not necessarily. Your family is in a higher rank, but not the actual person.
Well, now you just said her family went in a higher rank because of the stuff that she was going to have to do to get the money to go to school. You said that.
You're right.
Yeah, I feel like you're moving the story.
No, you're right. I did say that.
I listen, man. Y'all be killing me with this shit. I be listening to what y'all say. You just don't agree with what I say in return. That'd be the thing.
I just don't agree with the hypocritical part.
You don't agree because of reasons that you gave.
So you're saying
you can give all of those reasons, but that don't change the fact that this is it. This is what it is. That's fine. You need the money. You gotta do what you gotta do. That's fine. Go do it. But understand that you're living in you're living in hypocrisy. That's what it is. And if you find with that, that's cool. But let's acknowledge it for what it is. That's the same thing with the Disney shit. Acknowledge it for what it is. Whether you choose to whatever. And that's fine.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's fine.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
And that is fine. That's fine to say. We never started this off by saying no one was hypocrites. All I pointed out was the fact that Disney is, and y'all say they're not. Now we come full circle. Everybody's a hypocrite. That's what I'm hearing.
By what you're trying to say, everybody is. So going back to your other question, when you was like, "Well, we still take our kids there." Hell yeah! Like they doing those
children because we wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Why not?
I wouldn't.
Why not?
I wouldn't teach my child that.
What are you teaching your child?
What are you teaching them?
What are you? All right.
That's bad.
If I know that this company, it's a few things. Oh, that might be her at the gate. I'm gonna put it on airplane mode once she get here.
That's why I don't record.
And that's fine.
That's why I don't like being on the show. I don't record.
That's fine. But now you are here today.
That's why I told you I didn't want to be here. I know how I am.
But
go ahead, Shonda.
There we go.
No, I was just gonna say. Going back to when you said due to Disney, having their hands in the porn, you said that you would not want to bring your kids to Disney. So the question that I'm asking is, because I just want to explore that.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of damage do you think would happen to a child going to Disney for a day, living in their fantasy world for a day? Yeah. What kind of impact does Disney having their hand in porn? How would that negatively impact that child that day going to Disney?
All right. So because of the porn aspect, it wouldn't affect the child. Now, if you're talking about Disney, the way I see Disney, the way I feel about Disney, then I think it would affect the child in a negative way. So that's what I was trying to understand. Are you saying, are you asking me, but you cleared it up. It's from the porn aspect. How would that hurt the child? It wouldn't.
So why wouldn't you let them go? Because you said you wouldn't let your child go to Disney.
Yeah, and that's a different question. Because I don't really fuck with Disney like that because of all the imagery that we've seen over the years. Even their very first cartoon that they put out was demonic and it was sexual. Heavily sexual. And now I'm putting my child in front of that to be indoctrinated with that. I won't do that. Now, we grew up a certain way. That's one thing, right? Watching Disney films is what I mean when I say that.
Well, we didn't realize all that was going on back then.
Exactly. But now that I know better, I have two options. I either continue that cycle, you know what I'm saying? Or break that tradition and start anew. So
this is more about the content that Disney puts in their stuff, not really more so about them having their hands into the porn industry.
If you're asking me about the child and how it would affect the child going to Disney for a day, yes, I agree with that question. If you're talking about the child, now if we're talking about the porn, they're hypocritical.
No, what I'm asking.
That's what I'm saying.
What I'm asking is the reason that you don't want it sounds okay. What I'm asking is the reason that you're saying you don't want the child to be involved in Disney. Is it because of the things that we have learned about Disney over the years in regards to the content that they're putting in their stuff?
Yes.
Or is it because of the porn?
No.
The porn. So it's because of that.
It's because of that. But then the porn shows me how the company is very
how they actually really.
You see what I mean?
The background.
That shows you a lot more about that company.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know.
That shit crazy to me.
I can agree with that. Like, when we was growing up, we didn't know all the stuff that they was putting in there. Now we do know. And now we see it older as they keep creating more movies.
And we're having children.
Okay. Right.
So what do you do? As an adult, knowing what you know.
Right.
All right.
Do you live in hypocrisy?
Right.
Because I think if you know what you know and you take your child, wouldn't that be kind of somewhat hypocritical?
It depends. That's kind of tough because Disney pretty much is the pioneer behind a lot of the kids stuff that's out. So it's like, are you going to censor your child from all Disney movies, all Disney shows, and like everything? That's going to be tough.
That's fine. I'm up for the challenge. I had the child, didn't I?
Right.
I'm up for it. That's my responsibility. So I'll explain stuff to them, and even if we do watch it, I'll sit down and watch it with them, so they can understand what we're watching. You see what I mean? But then there's alternative entertainment for children.
So when they go to sleepovers, you got to make sure that no Disney movies are going to be.
No, I will not do that. I'll let them go to the sleepover. I'll let them experience all that with their child. I mean, with their friends. But they know that's the thing. You have a balance. We have the structure here. We let them know exactly what's going on in the world. We send them out into the world. So they have to be equipped with the right tools to combat all that stuff. So go have fun with your kid, with your friends. And you don't even have to spoil their fun. Don't be telling them about, oh, this is this and this is this. You know. So go. But you know. So now when you're presented with something, you can make that decision called discernment. You can discern between certain things. Should I or should I not? Now, you're not going to be perfect. You're probably going to mess up a lot of times because you want to actually prove to see what we were talking about is actually right.
Now, at what point? Okay, so you say you want to take your kids to Disney. Up until what age? Are you saying you will never take? Let's say your child's 14. Still won't take them to Disney?
I will.
By now they know better.
Disney. I will not take them to Disney. Now, if they have a school field trip, they're going with their classmates. That's a school function.
So a little bit of hypocrisy is still a little bit in there too, because you're allowing them to go.
Now watch this. The hypocrisy is that I know all this stuff and I chose to have a child. So because I chose to have a child, I have now put them into this world. So they have to be able to navigate through this world. I can't always be there to shelter them. So I have to give them tools to, when they go out into the world, be able to survive. So the hypocrisy started at the beginning. That's what I mean. So now that they're here, I can only do so much. It's like an angel trying to be an angel, but you're surrounded by devils in hell. It don't work like that. You got to learn how to adapt some kind of way. You got to learn how to maneuver, or you'll get ate up. That's what I'm saying. So I don't see it as hypocrisy as letting them go with their school to do something as a school function. What I'm saying is that once they were born, and I know what I know, I'm a hypocrite. That's what I'm saying.
But then the hypocrisy continues.
It does if I choose to do that. That's the thing. Yes, if I make that deliberate choice to have a child and bring that child into this world, knowing what I know about society, I would be a hypocrite.
Well, I just got to throw this out. I ain't even mad at Disney. Like, not at all. Like, not at all. That was, not at all. Sex sells, all that. If they didn't do it, somebody else would have. Get your money. As long as they not putting outright pornography and kids stuff. I mean, there's still some stuff in there that we as adults, we can point out.
No, but okay, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, there's still some stuff in there that, like, we as adults, we can point out. Some of the movies, I'm like, y'all get a little too edgy with it. But...
And you're saying that. Now, think about somebody whose mind hasn't been molded, doesn't know how to think at all. See what I mean?
Well, unfortunately, that's in
what's up, girl?
Everything. What's up, Lois?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Recording?
Yeah, we're recording, I think. I'm here.
That's what's up. Okay,
oh no, I'm just saying it's in everything. Like, you can't. It's in everything. It's in commercials. It's in movies. It's in TV shows. It's in everything. So it's not uncommon for it to also be in the kids show. It's not just Disney kids shows. Pixar, all of them. They all do it. It's not just Disney.
You want to jump in on this or no?
I mean, go ahead and fill me in real quick.
Well, we just started off by just talking about how Disney. We found out that Disney is a big player in the porn industry. They're damn near responsible for mainstreaming porn, pornography, right?
Okay, so
but hold on, but I just want to give you everything, and then you can dive in. All right. So because of that, I told them that's hypocritical. That they're being a hypocrite for selling a child's product, branding themselves as a child's product, but in actuality, they making damn near just as much off of the porn industry, and they don't tell anybody that. So I said that's hypocritical. They said that it's not. All right, they chose different words. Okay.
I wouldn't say hypocritical because they are not on there preaching to the kids to not do this. What they are is smart as hell for doing both, but they keep them separate. Now, there have been times where I'm watching, Disney or just cartoons in general, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's kind of like it has an adult content. But a child with their, virgin minds, they don't see what we see.
It's hidden enough for them to not really notice, right?
But we know stuff. That's like us listening to the older music that our parents used to listen to, and now we're old enough to get it. We're like,
dang, they let us listen to this?
Listen, my mama was on some bald head hoe shit way back in the days when that stuff came on. But I feel like Disney is really smart because they know that critical if on one front they were, advertising, hey, don't do this, don't do that, and then they're turning around and selling the same thing, but they're not doing that. They don't.
So you gave the same kind of definition that they gave of what hypocritical was, but then when we looked it up, it ain't really had nothing to do with that. So that's why I was like, I hear what you're saying, and that's a way to feel about it. But from the definition, I wouldn't necessarily say that would be accurate.
So the definition was saying that a hypocrite is somebody who presents themselves as somebody of like higher standard, but still actually doing some low shit on the low, some dirty shit on the low. That's kind of like what the definition was saying. But
where do they hold themselves to be such, a high standard?
What do we know Disney from? Do we know them from children or do we know them from porn? Just answer that, and I got one more after that.
For children.
We know them for children. All right. So in this society, in America, how is porn looked upon? Is it looked upon as something that would be favorable, or is it something that's kind of frowned upon or kind of put in the background?
It's a catch-22, but I would say put in the background. I guess it could be frowned upon depending on the eyes that are viewing it.
You say, but depending on the eyes, I say in society standards, like as far as
the average person, yes.
That's all I can talk about.
And even on top of that, that's not even really true. The average person will say it, but in the background, they got it on their phone and on their computer. And that's why people just won't speak about it.
And that's why it's in the background.
It's like a proper. It's like they put a negative view on it, but it's like everybody watches it. Everybody does. Like,
and we know that.
Yeah,
and they know that. So that's why they're into that business. But guess what? They can't tell people that. That's hypocritical. That's all I'm saying. You brand yourself as with the kids. Everybody's cool with that. Oh, we love the kids. But if we knew that you was also in porn, we might not be fucking with you because we don't want our kids associated with that.
I think different. I think different. You may not want your kids watching Disney, but their ratings will go sky high on the other end because you have these grown-ups who fuck with it heavy. And because they know Disney has been around, Disney put out good quality movies, so they feel like, well, Disney's going to put out some dynamic duo or something like that,
What you're speaking of is good business practice. That's what we talked about
earlier. That's what it all comes down to.
So, but we ain't talking about that. If we're talking about diversifying your portfolio, having different lines of income, streams of income, so if this fuck up, I still got this over here, that's business practice.
And they smart.
You can be smart. And you can be good at business, but guess what? You can also be at the same time hypocritical. And all I'm talking about is calling things out for what they are. Once you do that, now you can make a choice. That's all. So
I still don't see it as being hypocritical. I just feel like they made a choice to go both routes. They're not telling people not to do this, but then they are advertising it themselves. I feel like I know by definition is something different, but they have never been known to tell the kids not to, interact with porn. They don't have any commercials or even in their shows.
They put porn in their shows, though.
I know, but I'm saying because they don't touch on, going against
Why would they go against it if that's their bread and butter?
I know, but that's what I feel like it's being hypocritical.
You do?
No, I said no. If they had put that in their shows, telling the kids to go against it, but knowing that they do that behind the scenes, that's what I feel like is hypocritical.
Now watch this. I actually don't hold Disney at a high standard. Like I honestly don't.
That's fine.
I mean, I'm sure some people probably do, but
you can't say some.
Well,
lots. The majority of people.
I guess so.
The numbers reflect that.
To me, Disney is good. They're good at what they do. They're very good at what they do. But you can be very good at what you do and still be an asshole. You know what I mean? Like I don't hold you at a high standard.
I agree with that, and that's all I'm saying.
You know?
I'm saying exactly the same thing. They can be great at what they do, all aspects, business, whatever, entertainment. But guess what? They can also be hypocrites. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. Now, they're good at what they do for the simple fact of think about what they're in. They're in the business of children, right? But they're also in the business of porn. These children will grow up to be adults or teenagers.
Mm-hmm. And then they'll still make money from them through the porn.
But you know how you can get them hooked is by putting that in your cartoons. Mm-hmm. By putting that in all of your shows. That's what I'm saying. And we talked about that. Because growing up, like right now as an adult, when you look back on a lot of these cartoons, they have shown the imagery. They put phallic symbols in their cartoons. They put dicks and balls in their shows.
But I will say this
like
too,
they do that.
But you're absolutely correct. But I will say this though, even looking back at it, because I hear what you're saying. Like they could be putting like little hidden messages. They
do. It's not. They could be.
No. This is what I'm saying. Like, but you're absolutely right. But at the same time, like when you go back and you watch those and like people call out different stuff. I can still say that, damn, I didn't see it that way back then.
Subconsciously.
I still didn't see it that way back then.
No. This is what I'm saying. You have a conscious and you have a subconscious. Mm-hmm. So certain things are being pushed at you and you don't even know it. Mm-hmm. But something will come up later and it will trigger that. Not to say that this is what's triggering it. It's the image was planted. Mm-hmm. Something was planted. So now when something totally else that may be similar to that will trigger that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you do with little children. You can do that with adults as well, but it's a lot easier to mold a mind that has not already been taught how to think a certain way. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So you might not have picked that up, but you was being targeted because it's what you watching constantly. Mm-hmm. So later on down the line, I got you because guess what? I know the proper trigger to put to hit what I just implanted in you. That's what I'm saying. They're good at what they do. It's a science. It's not by chance that Disney is this great.
Hell no.
So if that's the case, then come on, they studying humans. They studying your behavior. And behavior starts when you come out the womb. Mm-hmm. If I get you young, I got you forever. Yeah. That's the message of all of this.
That's true.
All right. Bet. I feel good. Yeah, I got this one for you. Come on over this on this side. Unless you like that chair? Yeah. Well, I need to get over that. That's the problem. Yeah, that's my little self.
Oh, why you just say that?
I was just gonna say that.
Why you just say that?
Like that, you like the chair? No, you still gotta get up there.
I try to give you, give you choice, give you options.
He always do that too.
Always. Give you options, then you might do something different.
But I always say, hey, just give me my option. Don't make the choice for me. But in your case,
I brought you up on last show about that same comment. Because you be stressing that. Like, don't take my options away. You know what I'm saying? I still might fuck with you, but let me know.
Exactly, because you never know. I could be in the mood for some bald head whole shit.
I can guarantee the ride of your life. Any fantasies on your mind, we could try them tonight. Come on. Sitting here, I'm looking at you like that. We're sipping on Patron. Something's on my mind. You wanna be with me tonight? It's been killing me all night long. Listen, shout it, let me tell you what I'm thinking about. For real, shout it, let me tell you what I'm thinking about. Wanna lead a bar, park the car, turn into Pornstar. Yes, I love to hear about your interest. I gotta say your intellect got me impressed. See your panties through your dress like a silhouette. Patron got me thinking sex, is you feeling that? No disrespect though, a simple yes, no. Hey, let yourself let go, shout it, let's go. Pull her to the crib, get you through the threshold. Kiss you from your pretty lips to your red toes. Time ticking, it's the end of the night. Hey, you can leave with your friend if you like, but I'm saying no. Hey, we can ride out, back to my house. I wanna see you satisfied inside out. Once I'm in, you ain't gon' want me to slide out. You tell your girlfriends, they gon' wanna try it out. A little more, this is loosen you up. What we can't do in the club, we can do in the truck. Let's go. Sitting here, I'm looking at you like that. We're sipping on Patron. Something's on my mind. You wanna be with me tonight? It's been killing me all night long. Listen, shout it, let me tell you what I'm thinking about. For real, shout shouting, let me tell you what we think about it. Wanna lead a bar, park the car, turn into Pornstar. Hey, would you stay? Could you play with it with your tongue just a little? You're such a sexy individual, physical and mental. And if it's sentimental, shouldn't my bruise been a little? Hey, let me start at the top, stop in the middle. Use a popsicle, make you shiver, giggle when it tickle. I can talk to you dirty if you like that. I finish once, hit a blunt, start right back. I know you told me you a good girl, but shawty, you's a grown woman, not a little girl. You can blame it on the Patron or the champagne, but sometimes being bad could be a good thing. You know?
Sitting here,
I'm looking at you like that.
We're sipping on Patron, something's on my mind.
You wanna be with me tonight?
It's been killing me all night long.
Listen, shoutin', let me tell you what I'm thinking about. For real, shoutin', let me tell you what I'm thinking about. Wanna lead a bar, park the car, turn into Pornstar. No, for real. Nah, I ain't gonna think nothing about you. I mean, real talk. I mean, we both grown, man. It's alright if that's what you wanna do, man. It's alright with me. I tell you what, here, man. Let me just take this off. Can I kiss you right there?
Wanna lead a bar, park the car,
like
turn into Pornstar.
What up, Miss Fox?
What's up?
What's happening with you?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Not yet.
Look at his girl still look good without no damn makeup on. That's really good, man.
Thank you.
That's so good. You know, I like to say that you've generated so many fans so fast.
I know. I'm so excited about it.
Of course, because working for me, you're going to get that notoriety. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
You know, and people on ADT is like, oh, man, Anna's, she's one of my favorites right now, man. I can like her.
Aww.
So maybe you ought to get on ADT and start talking to your fans, man.
I should. I didn't even know about it until last week, so.
Well.
Yeah.
You know. So how you like being in this movie?
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see it. I want to tell everybody and their mom about it.
I think when I first shot you the first time, it's like oil was good, but I fucking hate oil. I really do. I know it sells, but I just really don't. I don't like it.
It made my booty look good.
It made it look bigger than it actually was. You know what I'm saying?
Shh, no, did it.
Somebody said, "Hey, won't you put a big black one?" I'm like, "Huh?" I want you to tell. You was doing some modeling, right?
I was, yes, for about 2 years before I crossed over into porn.
Really? What happened? Why did you get? I mean, you got the long body going here, the long legs, and you know we've seen how you stretch your stuff. You man, you are tip top shape.
Thank you.
You know, so what happened?
I just felt really restricted on that side because, you know, you have to be really dedicated, really focused and diet and all that things. And I just the way my body is shaped, I'm happy with it the way it is now. And on the mainstream side, I would have had to lose 4 inches here, an inch here, and I just wanted to be myself. So I felt like I can cross over and do porn and like really be myself because it's like naked and natural and everything's out there in an open and it's way more accepting on this side.
No shit, natural.
No shit.
I mean, well, see, that's the thing about modeling. Some of these girls understand. Boy, you have to be rail thin.
Rail thin, really thin.
You think some girls think they're skinny, but they're not.
No.
You know, you have to be like. If you're 5'9", you can't wear no more than 115 to 120.
Exactly.
You know, and that's skinny. 5'9" and 120, that's skinny.
Yeah.
You know. So if you're not willing to be that weight at that height, you can forget about it.
Definitely, I wasn't willing.
And the thing is, you are 5'9".
Yes.
But you're like 130, right?
Yes.
So it's like, they want you to get like 115, 120. Like,
they
wait a minute.
did.
This girl can't get.
I don't have anything else to lose anywhere.
You look like you will be, you know, one of those anorexic women, and
I would
don't
have been
like that.
No.
You know, so but I'm glad you grace us with this perfect body here, man.
Thank you.
So how did you tell me how you started getting into this, man? I think people want to know.
Actually, I kind of just went to an awards show and I saw all the stars and they were so glamorous and it was so nice just to see everybody like not worried about what people think, and so I like envied it and I was like, well, you know, how did they do it? And I just like literally I kind of Googled it and figured out like what you kind of needed to do, and I was like, well, I can do that, like all the requirements. I was like, oh, I could do it. So I met up with my agent, and then next thing you know.
But did you dig in an ad or something, or?
No, I met my agent at a regular club, and I didn't know what he did or what it was about, and he gave me his card, and then I went and Googled it, and I looked everything up, and I just like, hey, why not? Like, so I gave him a call back, and he showed me the ropes and introduced me to people, and here I am.
Oh, hey. But for a girl like you, so elegant looking, what is your ideal evening?
I'm not that complex, and I'm really simple. So, really simple things kind of get me. I don't really need to be taken out on like a really expensive dinner or anything like that. Just something simple and thoughtful.
Really?
That
So that means it will be kind of good. Huh?
It can be, because I do like chicken and salsa. I do. I just if somebody takes something that I tell them about myself and they take that little piece of information and make an evening out of it, that's ideal for me.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool, man. Well, I'll tell you one thing, baby. You're going to be around for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to shoot you a few times, including your first anal.
Yes.
See? People didn't know that.
They didn't know.
But they do now.
So stay tuned.
Exactly. Well, baby, we will see you very, very soon.
Thank you.
Okay? And you stay fit and trim and
all that jazz.
Keep that little chocolate little beautiful face you have of yours. You know what I'm saying? Nice hair. You know what I'm saying? A hell of a sexual performer. Okay,
Thank you.
Enough.
Enough.
Say bye.
Bye, guys.